We are all proud to announce, to honor this Master Award, to Madam Shabana Azmi, the Great. I must add one thing, that today she is completing 50 years of her life as an actor.
Thank you so much, Subhash, and for all the wonderful things that I've heard today. It's very rarely that I feel speechless. But today is one of those days, because when our own people recognize us, and Whistling Woods, I've always felt a feeling of ownership. And when my institution recognizes me, there's no other word except that I'm overwhelmed. Thank you. Thank you. My predecessors who won this before me stand so tall that I can say nothing except that I stand today 50 years after I first had my release is a testament of the faith that has been shown to me by my directors, by my writers, by my co-stars, because anybody who's involved with films will know that acting is a very collaborative medium. And nobody understands it better than actors, because what technicians do is hide all your defects and highlight all your strengths. And I can go on with the list of the people whom I have to thank for this. But now that I'm standing here at this convocation, it's about you, it's not about me. And I remember the day I was at my convocation at the Film Institute and the palpable energy and the happiness that I felt. And I can see that in all of you today, and I can see it in all your parents, without whose support you wouldn't have been here, really. So thank you, parents, for believing in your children. I am a big believer in training. I don't think that I would be either the person that I am today or the actor I am had it not been for a very solid grounding that training gave me. And so when Subhash first talked to me about it, I said, of course, because this is something that I value greatly. और हमारी film industry में जो सबसे कम है, वो ये है, और वो training है. And it fills me with such pride to see what the strides Whistling Wood has taken. Thank you, Meghna. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Raviji. And thank you, Anjum, for all your beautiful, beautiful words. Dekhiye, I know that it's a very happy day for you, and you are going to embark on a life and a career with hope in your heart. I can only tell you that an artist's biggest resource base is life itself. Whether you are a writer, whether you are a director, whether you are an actor, whether you are in any technical field, unless you make life your resource base, you will always falter at some point or the other. Remain connected with life, because that's where all your strength will come from. The HOD of acting said, live in the moment right now. You can do that only when you continue to be connected with life. बहुत छोटी छोटी चीज़ें जो आप कर सकते हैं. आप रिक्शा में जाते हैं तो आप बात करिए रिक्शा वाले से, उससे पूछिए कि वो कहाँ से आया है, किस तरह से आया है. आप जो हैं बस ड्राइवर को देखिए. आप I'm sure none of you need to drive by bus anymore, but जो ऊबर आप लेते हैं या ऑटो रिक्शा से जाते हैं, उसको आप देखिए, observe करिए. It is an ever evolving process. And the one thing which came very greatly to my stead, and I would like to offer it to you, is watch plays, go to music concerts, go to art exhibitions, go to classical music conversations, and look at things that you do not understand at all. होता क्या है कि जब हमको कोई चीज़ फौरन समझ में नहीं आती तो हम बोर हो जाते हैं और हम बोलते हैं ये हमारी समझ में ही नहीं आई है. But exposure is everything, and exposure is what you receive when you get training. Continue this process of exposure. Do it as a रियाज. और अगर हम समझने लगे कि अब हमारे पास तो आ गया है ये डिग्री और now we've learned everything, you are wrong. Because it has to be a lifelong process. I say this without any modesty, but really, really, even now, I think of certain things my acting professor, Roshan Taneja, told me. And I suddenly said, oh my God, this is what he meant. I'm learning that 50 years later. At that time when I heard it, I did not know. But I now remember, so just remember, I was so deeply moved because मैंने एक दिन लता जी से कहा था कि आपको रियाज करने का टाइम मिलता है? She said, time? मैं तो अपने बेडरूम से नहीं निकलती जब तक मैं रियाज नहीं करूं. This is at the age of 90, she told me. So imagine that's the process of learning, and that must continue much after you've got this. Another thing that I wanted to say, Subhash ji was absolutely correct when he said, Thursday को खुशी होगी, Friday को depression होगा, Saturday को लगेगा सब कुछ खत्म है, Monday से फिर से life शुरू होगी. ऐसा ही है, because this is struggle from now onwards. Because you're equipped, you've got your training, and you say, कल मिल जाना चाहिए हमको. वो कल शायद नहीं आए, मगर जब वो नहीं आए, तो क्या आप 2 साल में कहेंगे मुझे कुछ मिला ही नहीं, मैं चला जाऊं, मैं चली जाऊं? नहीं. If you have faith in your ability, if you know that you're truly talented, if you believe that I was here to make a difference, then carry on with your passion, carry on undaunted. And I would really request the parents here, you've shown great courage to stand by your kids when they chose a profession which was out of the box. But you continue to have to give that support. जब वो frustrate हो के बच्चा आपके पास आएगा और कहेगा नहीं मैं कुछ और करना चाहता हूँ, don't immediately succumb to that. Tell them that it is a process that is going to take time, but you also have to be realistic about it. You have to be realistic. So it's a very sort of critical balance between accepting what you want to do and accepting that it's not working. Should we have a backup plan? I know. How many of you want to have a backup plan? Nobody, I know, because when I started, I wanted no backup plan, but that happened because my parents supported me. So once again, with folded hands, I would like to thank you, and please, please, please urge you to continue that support. And congratulations, all of you, and may all your dreams come true. Jeete raho, khush raho. Bye-bye.